Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elise. Today we're going to be talking about that changes don't happen overnight. You know, it's the small habits that we build each day that make a difference. And you know, as a mom, I realized that I cannot raise my children if I am not putting into myself. It affects the whole household. So today I want to share some simple, powerful habits that have been helping me grow to become a better version of myself. If you are on a journey of growth, I hope this video encourages you. Let's get to it. So for the longest time, I will wake up feeling behind before the day even started. I rush into my morning feeling overwhelmed. I was already like a mess. I was not being intentional about waking up early. When you wake up early and when you set the tone for your day, it just completely changes everything. So there was a time where I was able to wake up at 5 in the morning, 5:30, but unfortunately because I do breastfeed and I co-sleep with my child, has become so attached that it's really difficult for me to wake up in the morning. Not because I can't, it's because he's next to me and he starts crying and everything goes downhill. That used to discourage me a lot. So what I started to do, waking up 15 to 30 minutes prior to your children makes a difference. I use that time for either prayer, for reading my Bible, for reading my devotional, having some coffee, sitting quietly in my thoughts before I jump into the demands of the day. Continue to do and build that habit. It will get better. I look at it this way. My child is not going to be a baby for the rest of his life. One day he's going to grow older and I don't have to deal with this, and that habit is going to become even better. So it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to do a whole like ritual where you have to stretch and just drink some water. Just make sure you take that moment to take a nice deep breath. It will just help you start the day on the right note. With homeschooling, running a household and everything else that's on my plate, it's not something that I can just go throughout the day without any structure. It just will never work. It was very important to me that I learned how to manage my time. I still am working on it. I'm not perfect, but I didn't know how to put together chores and school and life. It was a little difficult, so I had to adjust a little bit and have a schedule where it was flexible. And if it didn't happen that way, then it was okay, but at least we have something to go by. Something that I have also incorporated is to make a to-do list. So I write things that I would like to do today, that I would like to get accomplished, even if it's not something important. Because today I have to put 3 loads of laundry. Today I have to mop. Or today I have to, you know, anything that you would like to get done that day, put it down and write it down. That way you don't forget it. I try to not answer the phone in the morning or while I'm doing the school with the kids, unless we're in a break or unless I really have to make a call, because it just become a big distraction. You know, it does take time. You're 30 minutes scrolling, 30 minutes talking, and then when you see those are 30 minutes that you could have put into something else. And so it is very important that you're very intentional about your time. So again, it's not about how much time you have, it's how you manage your time. Another thing that I've been making a habit to read more. There's so much wisdom in books, and I love that I can learn new things, new perspective without being overwhelmed by social media. I have learned actually a lot of things. Right now I am focusing on books that talk about faith, books that talk about finances, and books that talk about motherhood. Those are my top priorities. I am reading also a book, or was reading a book, that talks about rest, which is really interesting. I will link the book down below, because it's not just rest physically. It talks about all sorts of rest. And it was something that book actually was the book that motivated me to start this journey of self-growth. We don't see all these extremely bad habits that we drag with us and they completely destroy us. It's really easy to get all caught up in opinions of the social media world, but it is very soothing to be able to read a book and be able to relax and have your little tea and kind of, personally me, I love to read and highlight. And so I have found a little bit of peace in that, and my mind just gets completely relaxed and I learn a lot. So I'm really happy that I have started to read. It's something that I have really enjoy. And you know, reading doesn't have to be a big deal for you. If you're not a reader, that's okay. Even if you get through 1 page a day, that's something that makes a difference in your life. So if you're not a big reader, you can try audiobooks. I don't know, there's something about opening the pages and reading, you know, I love having books. So it was really important to me to develop reading a physical book. I don't know. But if that's not your thing, I think audiobooks is also a pretty cool thing because you can finish a book in 2 days. I've seen books that go for 6 hours. You can finish. Can you imagine you're reading a book every 2 days? That's pretty cool. So you can look into that. But yeah, I think books are amazing. It's a way of just being more knowledgeable, learning about so many different things. I don't know, it does something to you. It's knowledge, you know, it's knowledge. And so it is important. Also, something I'm reading is the Bible. You know, the Bible definitely gives you wisdom. When you read Proverbs, it's something really amazing. So I completely encourage that. Scrolling through so many opinions all at once, it just steals, at least me, it clouds my mind. It steals my peace. I truly feel like overwhelmed in a weird way because it was really annoying. And then I realized, like, you know, I'm just scrolling, you know, it's ridiculous. Every morning when I wake up, I am trying to do everything that I have to do first: brush my teeth, go to the bathroom, take a shower, change, whatever it is that I have to do. Once I'm done with my morning time, that I drink my coffee or, I don't know, read my Bible, then I get into my notifications. You just woke up. Be grateful. You know, go and brush your teeth. I don't know. Do some. Try to take a few minutes to reflect on the day. Also, take care of myself in the morning because I don't have a lot of time. So I try to just brush my teeth, do my makeup. And if I don't get to my makeup, at least, you know, change my clothes, wash my face, put some moisturizer. It's a better way to set your day, to set your tone, rather than scrolling through tons of opinions in social media. Anything, it takes away from your day. So that's something I've been trying to incorporate. Okay, one of the biggest growth for me has been money habits. And so as a family, we try to work together with budgeting, cutting, not avoiding, you know, buying things that we don't need, or just working with what we got. We had to be on the same page in order for it to be done. Now we have been working on a meal plan or a meal schedule. That way we can stay on track with the meals and we can go buy the same thing over and over. It's something that you have to put 110% so that you can be able to have financial freedom. You know, I used to spend without thinking, and so sometimes it's like, is this really aligning with the freedom that we want to have financially? And it wasn't. And you know what? I thought of this idea that is buy things online. That way you don't get sidetracked and buy other things. Order it and go and pick it up, because if you're like me, you're not going to want to go in there and get something else. You know, it's something that you can also work with and you see how much you spend. So that is something that I also highly recommend. That is something that I am trying to do. So my daughter tends to hold me accountable for that, and I really appreciate it because it's also teaching her, hey, we can't be going in here and grabbing all these things, you know. So another habit that I've been trying to add into my daily routine has been to drink tea. For my hormone balance and just for my overall health, I have struggled with mood swings. I have struggled with energy. After I had my baby, postpartum is truly something that a lot of women suffer from. Just basically the hormonal imbalance is insane. You don't realize how much you struggle. And so I was struggling a lot, still am. I feel like the teas have helped me a lot. And the teas that I have been using, I buy them loose through Amazon. It's not the teas that you buy in the store. Like I said, it's loose tea. I purchased red clover, hibiscus, chamomile, and there's another tea that I can't recall. Really something that I enjoy. Not only is good for my health, it gives me a moment to slow down on my day. So if that's something that you want to try, I'll put the teas that I'm drinking down below. If that, I do want to say that the teas that I am drinking have a lot of benefits, and so they're wonderful. So if there's something that you're struggling with, like, highly suggest to perhaps try them and see how it goes for you. I am my biggest critic. I tend to put myself down. I tend to say absolutely the worst things of myself. I will beat myself up, and I still do, for the smallest things. Give myself grace, because I feel like if I mess up one little thing, forget it, I have messed up everything. Sometimes when that happens, I have to tell myself, you're doing the best that you can. Before, I would just leave it like that. Now I really have to, take myself out of that mentality. I have to tell myself, remind myself that I'm still learning, that I'm trying my best, that I woke up with the intentions of doing my best. I also have to remind myself of all the things that I do, because sometimes at least me, I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I'm also a homeschool teacher, or I homeschool my children. Because I'm in the same place, sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough because I don't step out and see all the things that I'm doing. But this is a big job, and it's a big responsibility, becoming a mother and raising the future. It is a big deal, and so I have to constantly remind myself of the job that I'm doing. Sometimes I want to give up. Sometimes I want to be done with everything and disappear. I'm being straight up honest. I do see how I have overcome many things, and it is important that you tell yourself that you are enough, that you're doing the best you can. You will see the fruits of your labor. So taking care of my body and my mind, I'm still working on this. I have been dragging the whole going to the gym situation. I was working here at home, but it has become really hard with the little ones. But I'm not going to put it in excuses. I am working on it. I know that I have to physically get more active. I find it that during the day, I don't get to sit down much. I actually choose not to sit down. I'm constantly moving around. The reason why I don't sit down is because if I sit down, I kid you not, my little one, Lucas, he just attacks me. He wants to breastfeed. Maybe that's a good thing, And so when I look at the steps on my phone, even though I don't even get to see all the steps that I get through the day because I don't carry my phone all the time. Yeah, when I do, I have a few steps there. But I'm trying to be more active. We all know that once you pass your 30s, you don't have the same energy. You don't, especially moms dealing with all the kids, not getting enough sleep. It takes a toll on your body. So anyways, guys, personal growth is not about being perfect. It's about being intentional. It's about trying to build better habits and starting small. Pick one habit that you want to work on and stick to it. Remember that us as mom, we set the tone at home. I have had to learn that the hard way. I didn't have healthy habits as I was growing up. However, it's never too late to apply better habits. It's never too late to change that. The world that we live in today, the way our youth and our children are growing up, we want to be able to set that tone, to be able to be the best for them so that they can also carry that with themselves. And so as moms, we do have a job. If we don't take care of ourselves, who's going to take care of our children? So we have to pour into ourselves so that we can be able to pour into them. As I'm talking, it's so funny. I'm reminding myself of all the things that I tell my kids. I'm not going to cry. But important. This journey is really important for me. And so if you have enjoyed this video, let me know what habits are you working on. Like it, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.